to Geek Buzz. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are catching up with more K-pop releases that we have missed in the last few months. And this video, we will be looking at 3 different solo music videos.
So, the videos that we're watching today, in order, are Jackson, Wang, and Galantis collab, Pretty Please. Then Apink's Namju, Bird. And then lastly, Oh My Girl's Yua, Bon Voyage, Super. So we know that Jackson's song isn't a K-pop song, but people requested it, and there was no other really good place to put it or like other videos to group it with. So here we are.
But yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. Should we just get into it?
Let's go.
It's a very long video.
Oh, it is. Oh my gosh. Huh?
Wolves have
Oh, there's an intro.
loyal
Oh.
species. They live in packs and create strong social bonds with each other.
I really like
Gray
wolves. Have I ever told you that?
are eternally
This is
loyal.
so.
唔該，例牌凍檸茶。加多兩個可力啊！加多兩個可力。
I'm really confused right now.
What is going on? Oh, wait, there's the female lead, I'm guessing.
Mm. Oh.
Is he gonna see his chance and take it? Oh.
Oh dang.
Oh, dang. I saw someone break up like that in a cafe once. It was real awkward.
What?
But the guy was there, so it was really awkward. Anyway.
Oh wait, that's so cute.
His friend was like...
I'm sorry, the facial expressions are just really funny. Oh wait. It was a wolf. Oh. They're matching outfits.
So you know they're the couple because they
Aw.
match.
Yeah. Oh. I was gonna say, this is really like funky.
Mm. That part, okay, something about this whole music video, like the setting and him following her, and that dance move is giving me like Michael Jackson Thriller vibes.
It's also because of the wolf,
And the
isn't
wolves too, yeah.
I was gonna say, it feels very like
It's
70s,
so-
80s. It feels like an 80s movie. I think also because of like the styling too, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, but then when does...
I don't know.
Is he gonna be like a bridge? Oh, it's an earring. I was like, what was that? But the earring is in the shape of a wolf.
Is he gonna partner dance?
I would love that. Partner dancing, dirty dancing.
Please? Oh, it's a heart.
Oh, the wolf in the middle.
What?
Was that just all his imagination? As he's staring out at the window. Oh. Wait. Huh?
Huh? Jackson's so cute. cute.
I'm so confused. Oh wait, so is this next minute and a half
I've always been
just...
a fan of Chinese Hong Kong
Oh,
movies,
okay, I
and
was
for
gonna
the music
say...
video treatment, I first thought, you know, it would be kind of cool to
Let's
do
watch this whole
something
thing.
like the
Yeah,
Hong
I'm
Kong
interested.
movies. And it's something different, and it's something that I like. I always wanted to do Chinese classic Hong Kong 90s movie concept.
Oh, that makes so
Yep.
much sense.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Hong Kong movies though.
Me neither.
For the song, if you listen to it, you're never gonna imagine a visual like this. But that's like a little twist. Me chasing after this girl, the same
Oh, it's the
actress
same
from
person?
100 Ways.
Oh.
Because in 100 Ways, it was like ancient Chinese Romeo and Juliet. But this time, it's more modern than 100 Ways.
I love Jackson.
The shoot is going well. Everyone is working so hard. Can't wait for the final cut.
That's really cute.
That was really cute.
Oh, it was the Kinjas? Wait. Oh, that's so cool!
Ooh.
I just saw the special thanks too.
So I don't have a lot to say, mostly because as much as I love the fact that at the very end he like told us what it was inspired by and stuff, it means that I don't need to sit here and be like, but maybe it means this, because Jackson was like, no, I'm just gonna tell you, and I love that about him. But there were a couple of things that I wanted to say. So first of all, the wolf theme throughout it. So I think it's like really meaningful given what like the clip they play at the beginning is about how they like mate for life and they're very loyal, and that's kind of the song is like, give me a chance, like I'll be loyal, like don't give up on love, that sort of thing. And he's like chasing after her the way that a wolf would like pursue. But then the wolf theme is carried over into the dance with like the way that oftentimes their hands are in claws. And then also it's not just that, it's the way they're moving their shoulders. It's a little bit more animalistic. And that relates to my next comment, which is I know that this is based on 90s Hong Kong movies, but I still stand by what I said in the music video that it kind of is giving me Michael Jackson Thriller vibes. Just because, especially at least in terms of the dance itself, there are similarities, like the clawed hands or a lot of like chest pop isolations that Michael Jackson's very famous for. Or something else that I noticed is when he does his please and he like draws it out, he does his head and it like moves with it the same way that Michael Jackson does. I'm not saying that like the style itself is the same, because Jackson dances in a very different style, like he has a very unique style to himself, but there are definitely similarities. And then music video wise, I mean, I liked it. Like it was very entertaining. The song itself was entertaining, the music video was entertaining. It felt honestly like watching a scene from a musical, and that was actually something I was going to say until he said it was based on a movie, and I was like, or I guess a scene from a movie, but like it had that sort of quality. Like I don't know, it was just really fun for me to watch. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I just really enjoyed it, and I just really love Jackson, so I knew I was going to enjoy it. Anna's turn.
I actually also have like almost nothing to say, just because I'm not as great or familiar with making comments on like EDM's pop EDM songs, but like it's fun, it's funky, it makes you want to dance and bop along. It's a bop, and like most EDM songs, it's just like very repetitive, and like it does have that thing where it's like it's building up to the chorus drop, like da 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 da, and then the drop. But the thing is, it's not exactly the thing that I just counted out. So like if you think about it in 3 sections, 1, 2, 3, the first one being on every single beat, it has that, and then it has a third one where it's super subdivided before the drop, but the middle one isn't exactly counting it in double time. It's like playing around with different rhythms more, so I thought that was interesting. And then another thing that was a part that I really liked was in the second verse when he's singing in falsetto for the descending line. There's a line in the background instrumental that's kind of doubling it too, but it's like the rhythm is slightly off. It's like a little bit more rhythmic instead of just on every single beat, but it adds a lot of reverb too, so it makes it feel more dreamlike for along with his falsetto singing. But yeah, it's just like a really fun song, like something that you listen to and to get hyped.
Next.
So the next one we'll be reacting to is Bird by Kim Namju from A-Pink, and this is her solo debut, so yeah, don't really know what to expect. But let's go!
Birds.
There's a bunch of arrows, right?
Yeah. Is she like a hunted bird?
Oh.
Mm.
There's like a flute playing in the background.
That's pretty. The birdcage is really pretty.
Oh, like a caged bird escaping.
Is she barefoot? She's
I
barefoot.
think so.
Is she barefoot in this outfit though?
I don't know. Oh, so interesting. I was gonna say, because in the first verse, before like the build up to pre-chorus, chorus, I was like, she's singing really aggressively for like the music video set, but now it makes sense.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Her arm movements are really interesting.
Arm movement?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it later.
Oh. That line is so interesting. Huh? Is this supposed to be referencing like mythology? I don't know why. I keep getting that feeling for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, they're staying very on brand with the bird thing
Yeah.
in the song. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Starting off talking about the dance, yes, like Anna said in the music video, they did stay very on brand with the bird theme. And because of that, and because it's so obvious, I am not going to point out every single time they reference birds in the dance. Instead, I'm going to point out some things that I thought were more interesting and very clever. So one, the arm movements thing. When you are learning arm movements for like ballet, for instance, they always tell you that your arms move from your back. Like you're not just moving your arms, like your back is what's moving your arms. And it makes it look more controlled and it makes it look more, you're thinking about it now, aren't you? It's a weird thing to think about. And you can actually tell the difference between someone that goes like this and someone that's like moving with their back. That's not something that you see a lot in K-pop because it's not ballet, like it's a very different style of dance. It stuck out to me immediately when she was doing this that a lot of her arms are moving from her back. Like I thought it was very interesting. And like Namjoon's always been a good dancer, but I was like, that's a change because you could tell that like she very much had set her shoulders and she was using her like, I'm not going to go into all the muscles and stuff, but she was using her back to move her arms. And I thought that was really fascinating for a song called Bird because so much of it was about like making it look like wings. I was like, she really is embracing that even just in the way she's executing movements. And other things, the formations I thought were super clever. So there were two that stuck out to me. The first one is during the pre-chorus. The male dancers that she's using in the dance are always in a circle around her during the pre-chorus before they open up for the chorus. And I thought that was really interesting because it's not just that they're in a circle, they're moving around her. So one, it's emulating that feeling of like a caged bird, but it's also more of like a trapped feeling because if you wanted to move through them, you couldn't because they are moving. It gives me like the same feeling as the scene with the strings in the music video where it's like you could get through it, but you have to kind of fight your way through it. So it's that like trapped, like it would be hard to get out of your feeling before they open up for the chorus when she's like, I'm a bird, I'm gonna be free, that sort of thing. And on the topic of the chorus, the formation for that was also really interesting to me because the way that the dancers are arranged around her looks like wings. Like she is the center and they're like arranged in like triangles and like with her as the body, and then they are the wings and they're moving back and forth in such a way that looks like they're flapping, like they are changing formations while she's being the bird. And I thought that was really cool. But also I thought the music video itself was really beautiful, and I really liked seeing this sort of like change, I guess, because it is different than her image in A-Pink. And I know from reading articles that was one of her goals with her solo, was she wanted to embrace a different concept, like a darker one, a different image. And I thought that she did it really well. Like it felt very dark, it was a little bit more sensual, but it also was very like beautiful and very powerful. And I really, really liked that image on her. So Anna's turn.
So I am going to talk about how they stayed on brand for the bird theme. No, not really. My only comment for that really is I think it's kind of cool how they use the bird sounds as transitions between different sections of the song. Like obviously there are the big like screeching cries that happen, but one that was kind of nice and like was slightly different was I think from the bridge into the last chorus, instead of like a cry, it's like a small like chirping, twittering that builds and like the instruments come back in. So I thought that was cool. I was saying it kind of felt like mythology perhaps, maybe more of like a mystical sort of dreamlike feeling, and you're like falling into the story that she's telling. Especially in the bridge, there's a lot of reverb, like a very strong echo effect on her voice. Not even just like a slight echo, but it like goes oh for like a few beats. And also just in general, there's a lot of reverb on the instruments for that section too. It like makes it feel fuller, but also like it adds this otherworldly feeling. Another thing that kind of made it feel like that to me was in the intro, which is the chorus. So I guess like for every single chorus it plays too, it sounds like a flute, but like a wooden flute. And when I hear wooden flutes, I always think of like a story being told around a campfire, or like a Midsummer Night's Dream, like falling into this like world. Particularly for her singing though, like the melody isn't super crazy in the song, which makes sense to me because like she is a soloist and she has to sing this whole song by herself. Like she's going from being 1 out of 6 people singing the song to being the only one singing it. But then also during her break, I saw that G-Idol's Soyeon took a very large part in writing the song. I mentioned in the reaction, I feel like Namju is singing a lot more aggressively than I expected, because like in A-Pink, that's obviously requiring a very different singing style than what this song requires. But also there were just a lot more stylistic choices in her singing than there usually are. Things like the bending or like little inflections in tone, just like the end of a phrase or a line, instead of just holding out, it would go like things like that a lot more. And that is something that like Soyeon does a lot, because rappers usually tend to do that more when they're singing. I'm betting that like the demo was Soyeon and like you base what you're doing off of the demo, so that would explain a lot to me. I don't know how to tie up my comments, but that's all I had to say. Yeah.
Next. So for the last music video that we are watching today, we'll be watching Yua of Oh My Girl in her solo debut, Bon Voyage, or Supe Ai. Let's go!
Why does this feel ominous?
It feels like a horror.
Oh?
Is she gonna like run into
What?
in the forest?
What the heck?
Her hair
This is-
matches the car. Sorry.
Huh? Huh? What the heck?
What?
What the?
Oh, she's Little Forest. She's a Little Forest child.
Yeah. Oh, this is like the perfect summer song.
This is yeah.
Also, you love sunflowers
I love
and yellow is your favorite
sunflowers.
color, I know. Oh. She's a doll.
She is a doll. Wow.
가장 높은 절벽에 올라가 소리쳐 멀리 세상
this part sounds like Moana.
I was gonna say it sounds like a princess song, like a Disney princess song or something.
It really sounds like Moana now. It really does.
What?
Is she supposed to be like a nature spirit or something?
I'm getting like nymph, like fairy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like some sort of fairy.
Oh, yeah. Yep, yeah. Oh,
Dark hair.
short hair. Tinkerbell.
She a warrior now.
가장 높은 절벽에 올라가 소리쳐 멀리 세상 저편에
Wait,
Okay, there's the wolf.
again.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Oh. Aww. Oh, that's pretty.
나는 찾아가려 해 신비로운 꿈 멀리 세상 저편에 나 기다리는 숨 I wanna be with you
What? I will say, I am a little disappointed that there wasn't more of the dance, or really any of the dance in the music video, because Yua is the main dancer of Oh My Girl. I also just finished watching the performance video, and like the dance is so fitting to the concept, and I feel like it would have blended really nicely, especially when she's like in the field, to have her even just doing some of it. So because of that, I'm not going to talk too much about it because it wasn't in the music video, but I do just want to say a couple of like more general points about the dance. As you may imagine, because of the concept, it's very light and it's very balletic. Actually, I had two really favorite parts of the whole thing, and it's really another reason that I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't in the music video. Like, the whole intro and first verse basically is floor work. Like, not just like sitting on the floor, but like proper floor work. Like, she's actually like using the floor, like doing modern rolls, like that sort of thing. And so I was like, but why? And then she also, for I guess it's the second chorus, like it's when all of the like vocals are happening and it's just the music part of the song, she has this solo dance that she does, and I feel like it definitely could have been put in the music video. I'm just gonna keep coming back to that. It should have been in the music video. And it's so balletic. Like, she starts off with a straight up ballet move, and I was just like, and it's a very nice balance of very light, airy, like ballet movements with more sharp movements that still are not heavy. You feel like you're not even dancing on the floor, that sort of thing. It gives that impression. I guess the most dancey part in the music video though were probably her arms, because she is doing a lot of more ballet arms when she's reaching up and she's like combing around her head and things like that. I guess my other big comment is just Yua is a doll. I know that people compare her to a doll anyway, but she really is just a doll. And like every single styling they had, even the first one when she gets out of the car, it was just like a different style of doll. Or I guess like in this case, fairy is probably more appropriate, but like she really just fits this concept so well. Like her looks and her like body type and everything. I was like, wow. And honestly, during the music video, it felt less like I was watching a K-pop music video and more like I was watching a teaser for like a Disney movie or something, with like the song and like the landscape shots and her running through the field. And I was like, are they making a movie about her? Like, is she the main character? That's all I really have to say. Anna's turn.
Before I make any like serious comments, your Disney thing I also wrote down, but then this song, combined with the meaning of the lyrics, it feels like into the unknown and how far I'll go. But so talking about actual points in the song itself now, one thing that stuck out to me and I thought was interesting, it starts in the second half of the verses and it also plays in the chorus. They have what sounds like a snare drum. It's not like the drum roll snare that people think of, but it sounds like the drum line when like it's playing on the rim more and then also on the head of it. And initially I was like, oh, that sounds like it might not make sense in a song that is such like a strong nature concept, very dreamlike. But when I think about the lyrics of the song and the meaning, it kind of makes sense. It's like about going into the bigger world, I guess, into the unknown, and like getting ready for this journey where you don't know what's gonna happen. And the snare drum kind of sounds like, oh, we're getting ready for that and preparing. Just another small instrument that they used that I thought was cool was, it sounds like they're using castanets. I just thought that was really cool because like the rest of the instrumental is pretty simple, just like a piano and then like extra dreamlike synth sounds with reverb, and the song is just very dreamlike. Even in the music video, all like the nature shots and then like in the forest with all the fog and everything. Talking about her singing, her voice matches her image, which is like very sweet and innocent. And for the song as well, it's very sweet and innocent and pure. Like, it's very proper. It's different from Namju, who we just talked about. I was like, oh, there's a lot of stylistic choices and she's like biting and kind of aggressive. This one is like the opposite end of the spectrum. Very pure vowels, like nothing is abruptly cut off. When I say singing very properly, it kind of sounds like a child singing in choir. And also it seems like almost all of the phrases don't get cut off. It's like a sustained note that's held out, and like it does end, but it feels like a fade out. So like even the ending consonants aren't hard consonants. It's like very soft or dentalized, or they just like don't happen. It's an open-ended vowel. Yeah, that's all I really had to say. It was just like very fitting for her. TLDR for this video is we really enjoyed watching these 3 solo releases that we missed within the past month, and they're all from more veterans in the K-pop industry who are like from their respective groups and then now are doing solo stuff, so that was really nice to see. But yeah, anything to add?
No, I think it's just always fun to see the idols in their solo debuts because I think we're pretty familiar with all of their groups, so it's fun to see their images in their solo stuff and how it changes and like suits them and things like that. But that being said, if you enjoyed this video, if you liked any of these releases, all of these releases, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!